Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dzień dobry. Nie mówię po polski, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Angielski, tak. Mężczyzna. Wisla Krakow final pre-season friendly, or sparring match as you would call it over in Polski, against Ruch Chorzow. A little bit different. Wisla are streaming the game live down here, so I hope they don't mind me streaming it as well. I want to start having a look. This is our final pre-season friendly before the season starts in earnest next week. I want to go through some of the changes that have taken place at Wisla. Obviously, you can watch the match down here, but I also want to go through some of the players' stats, you know, what we can expect. There's no crowding, which is why Wisla are live streaming the match. I've no lights on in here, so if it's a little bit dark, it's too warm. But it doesn't really matter for this stream. But live chat is open, so let me know what your thoughts are. Not necessarily about these two teams. What is your team that you support? What are you expecting from the upcoming seasons? Excuse me, we're all getting ready to start. What do you think about the Women's Euro Championships? Gotta say, I've enjoyed it. Wisla are going to kick from right to left. Ridardo gets us underway. Does seem odd with no crowding. Hopefully the volume's alright. In fact, I better just check that now. I'll just check that, so apologies. I'll just turn my microphone down for a second.
I z rzutu autu rozpocznie Ruch Chorzów. No, na wysokości pola karnego Wisły. Bardzo niebezpieczna ta akcja była, faktycznie dobre dośrodkowanie i tak mówiąc kolokwialnie troszeczkę machnął się napastnik Ruchu Chorzów, ale groźna to była akcja Chorzowian i o mały włos w pierwszej minucie mielibyśmy otwarcie wyniku.
Better remember to turn it back on, or else it's going to be probably a better stream for you just watching the match without me wittering on. But yeah, everything seems all right with that. Starting lineup for Wisla, in no particular order. Who have we gone with in goal? Lakiewicz in goal. Lakiewicz. Lakiewicz in goal. Ertehaler. Ertehaler, Lelieveld, Kutwa, Grujic, Jaruch, Duarte, Duda, Kaziemka, Ridardos, Walensky. That's your starting 11. Got to say, it was a good performance against Bratislava, especially in the second half. Lelieveld on this left-hand side. I need to put my glasses on as well. That'd help. Yeah, don't forget live chat's open. If you're watching this on replay later, feel free to leave a comment. Also, if you want to get in touch with us here at Catch It Live First, I'm Jimmy James. Email address is catchitlivefirst@gmail.com. Always interested in what your thoughts are. Yeah, so let's have a look through this team. So we've got, who shall we start with? The new signings. Let's go with Ertehaler. I also did hear some rumours yesterday. Well, we'll go through that at half time. Hopefully somebody will know a little bit more about it than I do, which won't surprise me. I just wish my Polish was better. Let's have a look at the squad. So Grudzic. Confidence, that's what we like to see.
Tak jak wspominaliśmy i tak jak mówił Marius Jopp, bo wczoraj miałem przyjemność rozmawiać z trenerem Białego.
Duarte is playing a central role. That's nice to see as well. He's got a goal in him. Come on, Duarte. This is what we like to see. I get distracted with the match. I do get distracted with the match. So I make no apologies in advance.
W tej chwili wymiana szybkich podań, wyjście Freda na pozycję i niejaki problem z opanowaniem piłki, ale brawo.
I'm not sure how this lineup's working, because normally Duarte would be over on this left-hand side, but it looks like he's playing central. Is he playing central with? Is he playing central with Duda and Ertahala? We'll find out. Yeah, so let's start off with. We'll go with Grudzic. Squad number 29. Plays centre back or can play left back.
Tę świeżość Wisła ma złapać dopiero w przyszłym tygodniu przed meczem ze Stalą Mielec, także tak, dośrodkowanie było ze strony
Kączkowskiego i będziemy mieć rzut z autu dla Ruchu Chorzów znowu na wysokości pola karnego. Na pewno jest tu jakiś schemat rozegrania przez trenera Szulczka zaproponowany na pewno, żeby
So Lelieveld's playing left back today
zobaczymy, kto tu będzie tą piłkę wrzucał.
in place of obviously the injured Mikulek.
Znany z wyrzutów, dalekich wyrzutów z autu, choćby nawet w Motorze Lublin w poprzednim sezonie w Ekstraklasie. Szpiłkę.
Make some notes why I'm.
Co tam się wydarzy? Znów przebita piłka i stanęli nasi obrońcy i przy piłce.
Looks a bit of a lump, doesn't he, Grudzic?
Ale do Nagamatsu jednak nie dokładnie.
That's what we need alongside Uriger and Biedrzycki, two big centre halves.
No, nacisnęli niebiescy troszeczkę po raz kolejny. Już od dobrej minuty przebywamy w okolicach pola karnego Wisły Kraków, ale
Duda don't get caught there, didn't.
Dudy podanie już jednak
Give the ball away though.
Teraz Maciej Kuziemka doskonale.
Cannot wait for this season to start.
I kolejny rzut z autu dla Ruchu Chorzów. Na pewno w tym stałym fragmencie gry niebiescy
Right.
tak, zdecydowanie.
So let's start with
Na wysokości pola karnego było
Lekiewicz in goal. We'll do it that way.
na tę chwilę po tych pierwszych 7 minutach.
Leki.
raczej przewaga na Ruch Chorzów.
Tak, zdecydowanie troszeczkę lepiej się prezentuje.
Teraz dobra, długa piłka w stronę.
Not bad spelling for me, that.
Kuba Sobeczki.
Number 28.
Doskonałe to zgranie.
So we had a good season last season.
Mateusza
Lekiewicz in goal.
podanie tutaj.
After the pre-season, not pre-season, after the mid-season
Letkiewicz
interval, which we have over in Poland due to the weather.
talent. Przecież ten chłopak ma 20 lat.
Nice play from Chorzow there.
A za domem
That wasn't so good though. Yeah, we started playing the ball out from the back,
powiedziałbym
and we started experimenting more with it in the off-season friendlies that we were having. And it didn't go well for us then. We gave away a good couple of goals. And then it seemed Lekiewicz made some good saves, some real good saves. Started making a couple of mistakes with the ball at his feet. And just at the business end of the season, it seemed to affect his confidence. He made a couple of howlers and kind of lost all of his confidence. To the point where nice clearance there. To the point where he was left out of the squad for a couple of games. Marius Jopp just call it a day for a couple of matches, go and reset your head and then come back in. Broder came in, No problem. No problem with Broda. Decent enough keeper, but I would prefer Lekiewicz, if I'm honest. And at the start of last season, Broda was kind of playing in Europe. But then we had Chichkan, who did nothing wrong. And but Lekiewicz was our mainstay for the season, for the league. Overall, for the season, what would I give him out of 10? Probably give him a good 7. 7 out of 10 for the season, which is not bad over that length of games. Like I said, tailed off a little bit towards the end, got that break given to him by Marius Jopp, came back and finished all right. I mean, that's a foul throw. How'd you get away with that? They don't seem to bother the referees these days. So, yeah, Lekiewicz in goal. Not bad at all. Chance here. Zwolinski, second chance. Cleared off the line. Lelyveld tries to put in a side-footed cross pass, shot, whatever it was, deflected. Ridado puts a cross in. Zwolinski, what a goal that was. What a lovely pass. We didn't really want that from Ridado. Keep everyone away who's sniffing. That's just going to make them even more interested in Ridado. Not only can he hold the ball up, not only can he score a goal, he can also create with crosses like that. Pen top. Yeah, he was unlucky in the first instance there, was Zwolinski with his couple of attempts on goal that were blocked. One cleared off the line, but this one, no mistake. Bosh, in you go. So, yeah, Lekiewicz, how old is he? How old is he? So he was born in 2005. Boy, do I feel old. So he's 19 years old. 19 years old. And here's me saying, he puts things into perspective, doesn't it? Yeah, his form tailed off. He made some mistakes with his feet, this, that, and the other. He's 19 years old. Come on, Jimmy. Sort your head out. He'll be 20 on September the 24th this year. So, yeah, a prospect for the future, that's for sure. And not just a prospect, he's performing now for the majority. So now he's got the experience of going through that iffy spell as well. He knows how to get through it. So the coming season, I'm expecting big things from Patryk Lekiewicz in Wisła's goal. Hopefully he'll stay injury-free as well. Right, let's move on to... Let's move on to... By the way, Wisła's first match in the Betclic one is against Stal Mielec, baptism of fire. And it's, no, it says 1:30 kickoff. I don't know if that's UK time or Polski time, but it's on Sunday, next Sunday, the 20th. So join us for that one. Decent play there from Wisła. Pushed the luck a little bit, but spreading it out to that right-hand side now. Jarosz coming forward. He's got Koziemka on the right-hand side. Wins that ball well for a tackle. That'll be a corner to Wisła. Right, so we've done Lekiewicz. Let's go to... Next up. We've got Joseph Colley. We know about Colley. He's on the bench. Dario Grudzic. 29 years old. No, not 29 years old. Number 29. Just see this corner from Wisła. Duarte. Back to Tahala. Taking over from Poltanovic, who's no longer at the club. Shot comes in. Good shot there. Who was that with the shot? Good save from the keeper. Yeah, Grudzik. He's 26 years old.
Strzelić, chociaż nie, to tamta akcja to była druga, bo tamto to było w jednej akcji w końcu. Tak, nie można z dwóch
That was
w jednej akcji.
Koziemka.
Pochwalić Macieja Kuziemkę za decyzję i próbę strzału z dystansu.
Zdecydowanie. To jest, myślę, od paru lat spora bolączka Białej Gwiazdy, że mało strzałów z dystansu.
Willieveld with the throw.
Oddawać to może oddajemy ich sporo, tylko z
Back with
celnością
Kutzwa.
jest znaczny kłopot. I tutaj nie ukrywam, że ja osobiście
There's one thing with Grudzik, you won't miss him with that haircut. The way he plays, his body language and his body movement is very similar to Martinez at Manchester United.
potrafi przymierzyć zza 16.
He's a big unit. I don't know what he's like pace-wise, but
Teraz Wisła stara się uspokoić tutaj, rozegrać od tyłu przez Mariusza Kutwę i Darko Grucicia.
can play at left-back as well. He is left-footed, can play left-back, but he does play as centre-half. Getting a decent
Taki błąd
squad in defence now, Wisła. There is definite competition for places. When you think we've got Captain Courageous Alan Uriger, we've got Lasicki, we've got Biedrzycki, we've got Grudzik, we've got Kutwa.
Sądzę, że to będzie bardzo dobry nabytek, bo
I mean, Kutwa can always step up into midfield as well, can't he, if we need him to.
obrony z zawodnikiem
But there is a definite
posługuje się lewą nogą.
competition for places in the centre. Not so much right back and left back. I'm surprised we let Sock go, you know. He hasn't, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't got a club at the moment, and we let him go. Where's the competition for Jaroch? I wonder about meaningful competition.
próbuje na siłę przepchnąć się tutaj za pomocą Piotra Ceglarza i Szumy Nagamatsu. Jednak zostaje
Ruch Chorzow's keeper's high there, blimey.
z faulem Julius Eltertaler.
Playing as the extra defender, it's all right as long as you don't lose it.
Ertltalera
Yeah, so Grudzik
faktycznie był, ale o to chodzi.
number 29.
Presję na przeciwnikach już na ich połowie mocno budować.
Spokojne, pozycyjne budowanie z wycofaniem do bramkarza Ruchu Chorzów. Teraz z Nikodem Leśniak-Paduch. Będzie szukał dłuższego zagrania w stronę Szumy Nagamatsu. Oj, nie mam. O, jednak sędzia zdecydował się na podyktowanie rzutu wolnego z bliskiego.
Make some notes here.
18 metrów.
Yeah, free kick on the edge of the box there for Chorzow, so there might be some early. That was a little bit.
Tutaj z powtórki nie wygląda na to, żeby był kontakt z nogą Szumy Nagamatsu.
Didn't look a lot in that to me, but there you go. I'm not the referee.
Stały fragment dla Ruchu Chorzów.
Dość niebezpieczna sytuacja faktycznie.
Are we going to see Lukiewicz in action early on? Well, nearly 17 minutes in, so not that early. But yeah,
Dla strzelającego
so he's Austrian, is Grudzik,
Tutaj do piłki podchodzi Szymon Szymański z tego, co
26 years old.
widzę tutaj na obrazku.
So he's not even at his peak yet.
Ustawiony pod murem w razie
Joined this month.
Duarte
Shot comes in
nad bramką.
high wide and not very handsome. Yeah, so Grudzik.
w tej chwili nad poprzeczką.
So let's move over to
Faktycznie te takie
Skrabanski's on the injury.
głównie na lewą stronę boiska
Cruciate ligament injury apparently for Skrabanski. Return date unknown. So we know about the squad for Wisła defensive wise for this coming season. Joseph Colley, Alan Uriger, Dario Grudzik, Igor Lasicki, Kutwa, Biedrzycki,
żadnej kontuzji nie
Skrabanski.
bo wiadomo, że trzeba podostrzyć od czasu do czasu troszeczkę
They're your centre backs anyway.
no niezwykle ważną rzeczą jest, żeby żaden
This is where
urazu.
we've also got, and we saw it the other night,
Pola, a jednak sędzia wraca do Szymonie
Krzyzanowski can play centre-back or left-back. Well, the other night he played left-back, left wing, left-back. We saw him limping around towards the end of the game. Apparently he's injured. Return date unknown injury. Whether it was just a bit of a strain or... Nice play there from Grudzik, stepping in, and then I'm not sure what he thought that pass was going to be, because Koziemka had no space whatsoever. Kind of panicked a bit there. There's times when we need to keep hold of the ball and just look for something simple. And there's times when we need to get rid of it, which Jarrett at the end of last season got caught, give a goal away. There's times when you're playing it out from the back, even under pressure. Hoof it long. You know, nobody ever scored a goal from row Z, as the saying goes. Chorzow coming down the left-hand side. Nicely held up there by said man, Jarrett. Did what he needed to do. Yeah, so we've got Krzyzanowski injured, centre-back or left-back. I think it's more likely going to be left-back for Mikulek, who is still got his broken foot, ankle, whatever it was. Return date unknown. One of our best players last year by far. Certainly in the top 3, I would say. I watched him live against Legnica. He's just an absolute baller at times. You know, at that level, he's up and down that line. His levels of fitness are fantastic. Skill levels, his vision. Defensively, he's good. That's all he needs to be. When he's so good going forward down that left-hand side, you don't have to be a world-class left-back defensively. Just being able to do your job, which he does. But he's so good going forward, complemented down this left-hand side, Duarte, Alfaro, when he was there. Thinking about it as well, I was disappointed when they let Alfaro go, but you look at his age, what was he, 34? Supposedly struggling for cash, which Wisła definitely are. At 34, you can't afford to keep somebody just for their experience and to play bit parts. So I suppose I can understand it, why they let him go. Knee-jerk reaction was, what are you doing letting him go when he can come on and put in a performance? I wouldn't say he's a world beater, but he had the ability at times to come on and put fresh impetus into the attack if it was failing a little bit, you know, running out of ideas. Nice pass from Lelyveld there into Duda. Duda does well with the ball stuck under his feet, really. Duarte with a pass to Lelyveld. Can he get it back? Yes, he can. Here's a corner. Yeah, so left back, we've got Julian Lelyveld, although it does say he's a right back, but needs must. How old is Lelyveld? Corner comes in from Wisła. Keeper takes it easily. So Lelyveld plays number 2. Born in Arnhem in Holland. 27 years old. So he is down officially as a right back, which is good in a way because, although he's playing left back today, it is competition for Jarrett. And I get a feeling, how do I put this? I get a feeling that Jarrett will perform better if he knows there's somebody biting at his heels, which Lelyveld, once Mikulek comes back, he'll be looking for a place on that field. And it could be in place of Jarocz if Jarocz doesn't perform. Also,
Dużo stawiają, widać gracze
also,
na atak pozycyjny.
it could be
Mateusz Fok to jednak renomowany piłkarz na polskich boiskach.
can play centre back as well.
Mając tak jakościowego zawodnika, to można powiedzieć nic prostszego, gorzej z wykonaniem tylko. Teraz Martin Kączkowski w polu karnym środkowanie, ale raczej bez problemu sobie Wiślacy poradzą.
It could mean once that
Olimpijski spokój w tej chwili
Krzyżanowski,
nerwowości
once Krzyżanowski's back from his injury, I don't think it's anything too major. It might just have been a bit of a muscle strain or something because he did some running in that friendly against Bratislava. Excuse me. Krzyżanowski is a centre back or a left back. So in theory, that's where he played the other night as well. So he would be the left back to replace Mikulek while he recovers from injury, which frees up Lelyeveld on the right-hand side of defence to play right back to put that pressure on Jarocz.
rozgrywamy sobie tę piłeczkę od własnego pola karnego, najlepiej do pola karnego przeciwnika,
So we'll
na koniec ze skutecznym celnym strzałem. Tak też wygląda.
we'll see what happens in the opener. Is he going to be free? I've got a feeling that Marius Jopp, I'm not saying for 1 minute he's going to replace Jarocz first game of the season and put Krzyżanowski at left back and Lelyeveld at right back to replace Jarocz. I'm not saying he'll do that. However, I have no doubt that if Jarocz doesn't perform, Marius Jopp will make that decision to replace him. Maybe light a fire under his ass. And, Lelyeveld will be in.
Mateusza Szwocha i przed własnym polem karnym Ruch
So,
od rzutu wolnego.
that's where we're up to with the defence.
Wykazuje bardzo duże chęci do gry i faktycznie
Just looking as well, how...
dużo po boisku. Ja mocno wierzę, że to może
How old is Jarocz?
cały sezon należący do tego zawodnika, bo pamiętam,
So Jarocz, he should be in his prime now.
w sezonie ciężko było mu się przebić
He's
do tego wyjściowego, nazwijmy
pretty tall as well for a right back, 1.85 metres. That's well over 6 foot, isn't it?
znakiem
Is that 6'2"?
ze zmiany,
Something like that.
ale już wiosna naprawdę bardzo udana. Ruch Chorzow.
Horse offer in here.
Do Szymańskiego od Piotra
Oh, who got sold there? Was it
Szymański chciał wyłożyć
Kaziemka
Tomasza Bauer.
came sliding in? Did enough, but
Świetna interwencja Dario Grujcicza. No nie ukrywam, że
just that one pass there
pory, a mamy za sobą
in behind. Should have done better, really. I mean, excuse me. That pass across was poor because even if it hadn't have been cut out, there was no player from Horzow that ball was going to.
Felta również
So it's just a lazy pass, you know,
ci zawodnicy i to może
kind of passing the buck on.
tutaj po lewej stronie wiślackiej obrony.
Corner comes in, cleared by Jarocz.
Jarok Snów. Bardzo dobra interwencja.
So yeah, 30 years old Jarocz.
Wisłę własnym polu karnym.
Not sure when his contract runs out. Oh, contract expires the 31st of December, 2025. What are we going to do? I have no doubt we'll offer him another. No doubt we'll offer him another contract. We're not in a position not to really, unless we bring
Na szumie na Gamatsu tym razem Łukasz.
somebody else in. Just mute me mic while I have a drink. Does me head in when you hear streamers. I did it myself last night, so apologies. When you hear streamers going lunk, lunk, lunk.
Naprawdę wysokiej jakości. Dobra szybkość Freda. Ładna akcja. W ogóle fajny ten mecz jak do tej pory. Faktycznie dużo się dzieje. Zbliża się 30 minuta. Za 2,5 minuty minie właśnie 30 minut gry. No i zobaczymy, co wtedy się wydarzy.
Kacpra Dudy, Rodado na jeden kontakt z Ertrytalerem. On od razu na skrzydło do Bartosza Jarocha, przepraszam bardzo.
Yeah, it'd be nice not to have any injuries in this
Wyhamuje.
as a Horzow player goes down.
Panie Juliuszu, zaczekał.
No injuries this close to the start of the season. That's always a bonus when the match finishes.
Wydaje się, że to jest Szymon Szymański, którego warto
Yeah, so Jaroc's contract runs out at the end of
Piotrem Ceglarzem naprawdę wygląda
his contract runs out at the end of.
brak tej kropki.
Sorry if you can hear background noise, but I've got all the doors open and
Wisła zaczyna od
I've got a new studio now,
Polskiego,
but it's so warm. I've got the doors open.
teraz przez Mariusza Kutwę.
You get a lot of background noise if you hear the birds tweeting.
Tu Marcin Kączkowski.
You've also got the commentary on. If you're watching this in Polish and you understand Polish fluently, then there's a bit of commentary on there provided by Wisła. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Jaroc's contract expires in December. I've not heard anything about any renewal or anything like that. I can't see him not renewing it though, because it's a lack of options unless we bring somebody in the transfer window. And I don't think he's that bad a player that you would want to replace him. Aye, aye. Ooh! Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Who was that? I didn't see who it was with the shot. Was it? It's got to be someone. Oh, I missed who it was with the shot, so apologies. That's something that Koziemka would have tried. The folly of youth. Tried doing a David Beckham then. Not quite as far, but you with me? So yeah, so that's all I'll say on Jarocz. Quite happy for him to stay, keep his position, and now he's got competition for his place. I can only see him improving. There's also on here Kuba Wisniewski, left back or right back, so a full back. No squad number assigned yet. 21 years old. Polish citizen, born in Poland. Who's that who's gone down? Ronaldo. Do you know what thought just went through my mind then? The thought that went through my mind then was just a little injury, just to stop anyone sniffing around after him again. Just nothing too serious. Oh, we're just going to have a little break now, a little water break, I think. Or are we going to play? Are we going to do 2/3 kind of matches? Is that how we're going to do it? No, we're having a water break. Right on the far side's where just going to point out then. Mind you, that wouldn't have worked because my arm would have disappeared as I got over. Right on the halfway line, I'll love to sit. Love to sit there. Great seat. Great fans. There they are. Wisła. Yeah, Kuba Wisniewski, left back or right back, 21 years old, no squad number assigned yet. Last contract extension, January 21st, 2025. Contract expires next June 30th. Joined in September 2023. Just under 6 foot. Fullback, left or right. So current market value 25,000. Played for the Polish under 15s and under 16s. So maybe they're just keeping him playing in reserves, tier 2, second team, whatever you want to call it. Bring him through. Wait till he's ready and bring him through. Not a player I know a lot about, I've got to be honest. So that's pretty much Wisła's defence sorted. I just want to check on age-wise. So Joseph Colley, 26. Still to reach his peak. Uriger, Captain Courageous. Age, 31. The way he plays, he's got another 2 or 3 years left in him at this level, I would have thought. As long as he can stay injury-free. Kutwa, 21. 21. Got a bright future ahead of him, Kutwa. And I know Marius Jopp does like him. And I don't blame him. His positioning is, when he's off the ball, is pretty impressive, I've got to say. Biedrzycki, 27, coming into his peak. He's about 6'4", 6'5", is he? Something like that. He is whatever 1.92 meters is in feet and inches. That's what Biedrzycki is. Well, you know, when he came on the 20th of July last year. When he first came, he struggled not with the level. He is plenty good enough for the Betclic one, and I don't think he'd struggle in the Ekstrakklasse. What he did struggle with was sometimes, because of his size, he'd be going for balls that he didn't need to go for, as in he could have held the player up, and he was giving away yellow cards, and he had something like 3 red cards in his first first 5 games. Something stupid, you know, something stupid like that. But he settled down as the season went on, and certainly when he played, didn't do a lot wrong. Got caught a couple of times, but I mean, over a season, if you're only going to get caught a couple of times, you ain't doing bad. So yeah, 27. So he's not coming into his peak yet. He's got another year or two for a defender. We've done Grudzic. Lisicki can play defensive midfield, but Lisicki is 30. Decent in the air. He's just turned 30. Contract expires 31st of December this year, the same as Jaruch. So, off looking at it, we've got a decent amount of experience and youth in the defence. No, not youth, but younger players in defence. Because let's be honest, the seasons are long, and I know over in Poland they do get the mid-season break due to the weather, but it's not a break as such, because the players, they often go to Turkey. Well, they did this year. They go to Turkey and they have the mid-season. I'm not sure what went on there. Oh, good save by the keeper. Good shot. Zwolinski. Great reflexes. Do you know what? I'm not sure what happened there, because the referee gave the foul and then the Ruch Chorzow player gave the ball back to Wisła. Whether he was trying to be clever and get the referee to blow because the Wisła player wasn't 10 yards away, I don't know, but it certainly backfired. I'm not sure what happened in that period of play prior to that goal. I mean, it's a pre-season friendly. Does it matter? No, but it's they're still professionals, and that shouldn't have happened. Either way, it did. So 2-0 to Wisła. So yeah, going back to the defence, they've got plenty of age for the experience, and we've got plenty of younger defenders coming through. Well, not coming through, they're already there. But, you know, you've got a mixture of youth and experience. So what, you know, over the winter, over the summer, sorry, I think Wisła have strengthened in the right area. We just don't want anybody. Off looking at this squad now, it's a squad who... It's going to be a long season. I think injuries will... We don't want that either on Duda, or do we? Because there's that many people sniffing around him. Was that a yellow card in I think the referee flicked the yellow card out then. Yeah, Duda's caught one. They're calling the Ertala, calling the trainer on. That's not what you want. I think it's Zielinski's having a word saying, what's going on there? That's a bit off, isn't it? Get comfy. I can sit comfortable and relax because it's not a league game. If it had been a league game, I'd be up at the screen now. Try and stretch my legs out a little bit. Hopefully it's just an impact injury and nothing too serious. Players are all taking on fluids as you would expect. Been a lot of rain in Poland, hasn't there? Some pretty bad flooding. Hopefully that's all sorted and not too much damage caused to people and, you know, the infrastructure. If you can hear somebody in the background. Frankie James says hi, Jimmy. Hello, Frankie. Sounds like a truck going by. Yeah, so let's move on to, let's see where we're up to with the midfield. We're back underway, so hopefully Duda's all right. Yeah, moving on to the midfield. So we had a real clear out of the midfield, didn't we? That's for sure. We got rid of the spine of the midfield. We got rid of Poltanovic and James Igbekeem. We've got rid of, as we spoke about earlier, we got rid of Alfaro. Chance again for Wisła. That'll be a corner. Yeah, got rid of Alfaro. Got rid of Baina Perez. Got rid of, I believe we got rid of Tamas Kiss as well. Although I still see Tamas. I thought Tamas Kiss had gone, but I might have read that. I might have misread that in translation because I couldn't have thought, hey, he's only just arrived last season from Hungarian international. Goal on his debut, got sent off. Scramble in the penalty area, another corner to Wisła. So yeah, Tamas Kiss is still showing as being the unlucky shirt, number 13. Still showing as though he's in the squad. So I might have got that one. Wrong and misread it. So we've got Duda. Just watch this corner. Ertala looks busy. He looked busy against. He looked busy against Bratislava. Just hanging back there. Number 7 for Wisła. Lelivel with a throw to Ertala. He just kind of wandered in that position as though he wasn't interested. But it gave Lelivel the easy throw. sloppy from Chorzow, really.
Przyjmuje piłkę. No imponujące jest to u Angela. Taki luz w przyjęciu piłki. Kuziemka, Roda
So from our corners,
do...
Grudzic is up there, but just can't get
Nie dotarła do...
his head to that ball. Yeah. Standard operating procedure for Wisła from corners, sometimes from free kicks, was Baina Perez would go back, lack of height. So he would go back on the halfway line, use his pace in case we got broke on from the corner. Who's going to do that role this time now that Baina Perez has gone? I've got a feeling it's going to be, off looking at that, it's going to be Kuziemka. I'm going to see what happened to Straczynski as well. Because I cannot see.
Oj tak, zdecydowanie. No już miał swoje szanse w ubiegłym sezonie.
Did he go? Oh no, he's there. He's still injured. He's still injured. Is Straczynski? That's from last season, and it was cruciate ligament. He was starting to get a run of games in the team, and looked decent. You know, coming on as substitute as well, regular. And then obviously to get that injury is not good. Who's that? Who's down now? Is it Ertahala? I can't see. No, it's not Ertahala.
Chyba gdzieś tam delikatnie, nie wiem czy w twarz nie zahaczony ręką.
Kutwa stood next to. Is that Duarte saying there was an elbow in there? It is indeed. Duarte, he's just giving it one of them as though he got an elbow. Either way, we're back underway. It's a man's game, pre-season friendly or not. Nice play from Ertahala. This is what I saw him doing last season. Nothing spectacular, but just unlucky there for Zwolinski. But real consistent, and in a lot of ways, I've described him before as plays a little bit like Roy Keane. Obviously not to the same standard, but hey, all the levels are what they are. You know, he'll break up play. He will move the ball around the field. So who's going to take this? Ertahala, Duda's gone over. Not sure why they're going to take it short. Is this some cunning ploy that Wisła have been working on in the off season? We'll find out. Lelyveld, edge of the box. Is he going to be the target? No. It's launched high towards Grudzic at the back post. Didn't quite understand what Duda was doing going across there. That's when he worries me, Lakiewicz. He got caught a couple of times doing that, where these clearances were blocked. Hello, what's going on here? There's a player. Oh, Grudzic is down. What's happened there? Not a bit of. You can never tell how they do the socks. What's gone on there? Because it looks like blood on his leg, but the defender didn't do anything, but the players went running over. Oh no, he's all right. It must be some. They wear socks over the top of the socks that roll down with no feet in. I can't understand why. Well, they just wear normal socks. There must be some reason, but had me worried then for a second, especially the way the players went running over. Kuziemka getting back nicely there. Didn't make the tackle, but stopped any forward momentum. So yeah, so let's move on to the midfield. If you're joining us, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, give us a thumbs up. Thank you very much. The match is live over here. Wisła are streaming it themselves because there's no crowd allowed in. So behind me, In the background, they've also got Polish commentary as well, which
Wydaje się, że to jest bardzo dobra piłka do Patryka Szwedzika. Szwedzik wpada w pole karne, przy nim Julian Lelibelt. Wycofanie do Martina
I don't know if you can hear if I stop nattering, but can't be doing that. Wouldn't be a very good live stream then. Or maybe you would say it is.
Teraz pograli zawodnicy Ruchu.
Decent defence there from Wisła. Chorzow, that's where... How's that? How on earth did the Chorzow player there have all that room? See, this is what I mean with Ertehala. That's why he could be a good asset for Wisła. Got him on a free. Near enough. And this is where he reminds me of a Roy Keane. Get back, win the ball, keep it simple. You know, get that connection between the ball at the back and the ball to the wings and the forwards. We struggled a little bit with that last season with Poltanovic and unlucky Kutzwa. Have a look at the pitch there. With Poltanovic and Igbekim on his own. Igbekim was the better out of the two at doing that. Poltanovic was, I know we've let him go now, and what was he, 34? Something like that. Fair enough. It's a good tackle. Referee was playing advantage. So yeah, going through the midfield now, we have got Duda. How old is Duda? So Duda's 21. 21 years old. Contract expires in 2027 June, so he's got another 2 years left on his contract, but so many clubs are sniffing around after him. Hopefully he'll stay for the rest of that contract at least. If Wisła can get into the Ekstraklasa, that's a Polish Premier League, if you're new to Polish football, then I'm not sure he will want to leave for another Polish club anyway. He's certainly a fan's favourite. The Ultras love him. He likes Wisla Krakow. Why would you want to move on unless it's for the old Spondulics and he gets a, you know, Wisła get an offer that they can't refuse. The player gets, you know, goes to a club maybe with more money and he gets a decent wage increase. Would he go? Possibly. Probably. You know, at 21 years old, you never know how long your career is going to be, do you? One bad injury and you're done. So you've got to, do you have to make hay for yourself and your family while the sun shines? Ridardo down the right-hand side lays it off to Zwolinski. Lovely little cross there to Leliveld. Oh, unlucky. The left back there for Wisła. It was agonisingly narrowing that angle as he came steaming in at the back post. Nice cross there from on the stretch from Zwolinski. There, he kind of paused because I think he thought the keeper was going to get a hand to it and push it out to him. Once the keeper let it go, just that momentary pause meant that the scorer remains 2-0 to Wisła. If you're wondering why we're playing 47 minutes, it's because we had a drinks break midway through that first half. Yeah, so going back to Kasper Duda, 21-year-old, I calls him the Polish Messi. Yeah, clubs are still sniffing around after him, so hopefully he will stay. I'm assuming that the Polish transfer window, like the rest of Europe, closes. Is it September? So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, there's a couple of teams sniffing around after Ridardo too. So if Wisła can get off to a good start, and do you know, I was thinking about this the other night as well. If Wisła were in the Ekstraklasa now, tier of the Polish football leagues. These teams that are trying to entice Duda, that are trying to entice Radado, what would they have to offer? They might be able to offer more wages. They might be able to offer money that Wisła as a club need. But footballing wise, why would they want to leave? It's just when you're in the Betclic 1, there's always that offer of top tier football, possibly European football, you know. So shot comes in, lovely strike, and did he get a hand on that? Lekiewicz, I think he did. Not bad for a 21-year-old. Yeah, so I've just got to that's all right now, I don't need to bother with that. Oh, blimey, just past the post. Right, I'll be back in 1 second. I've just got to go for a pedal break. No doubt this will be finishing shortly. It'll only be a second.
Ale 2 razy mocno zaniepokoił tutaj defensywę Białej Gwiazdy Ruch Chorzów.
Teraz świetne przyjęcie Duarte, zobaczy na tam drugą, troszeczkę się pospieszył Federico z tym zagraniem, ale teraz Wisła próbuje z pressingiem i super z niego wychodzi Ruch Chorzów, to trzeba oddać. Martin Kączkowski do Lukicia. Teraz dłuższa piłka na Tomasza Bałę. Tutaj też warto jego atuty, właśnie te, gra tyłem do bramki, że da się sfaulować i już Ruch Chorzów zyskuje te kilka metrów do przodu. Już powoli wstaje Tomasz Bała, pomaga mu i bardzo ładny obrazek, przeprosił Dario Grujcić za ten faul, ale już Ruch Chorzów rozgrywa swoją piłkę. Aleksander Komor. Szymański.
Tak jakby w tej drugiej kwarcie troszeczkę ostrzejsza gra się zrobiła na boisku, prawda?
Jak jedna i druga drużyna nie chce odpuścić bardzo mocno, można powiedzieć, charaktery znane z boisk pierwszej ligi, czy Mezgrani, czy nawet Kacper Duda, bo to też Kacper potrafi przeatakować mocniej w pressingu i z uwagi na uważam też, że przez to poprzedni jego sezon był taki...
Oh, that's better. My teeth was underwater.
Naprawdę błyszczał, jeśli chodzi o Wisłę Kraków.
Tak, to zdecydowanie. Jedynie co to troszeczkę brak szczęścia, jeśli idzie o...
What we missed?
Bo kilkakrotnie naprawdę dobrze uderzał Kacper.
Not a lot. Oh, almost. If he didn't have a head like a 50 pence, that would have gone goalwards. So, yeah, where were we? We were talking about Duda, weren't we? Subs warming up for this. We're at the bottom there. So, yeah, hopefully we can keep hold of him, have a good season,
Wracając właśnie jeszcze do Kacpra Dudy, pamiętacie Państwo doskonale.
and get up into the top tier of Polish football.
Bramkę jedyną jak na razie w
21-year-old.
Legnica i powiedziałbym, że tylko
The future is bright.
szans naprawdę miał Kacper.
Mark Carbo Belapart.
Tutaj bardzo dobry wścisk, Piotr Ceglarz odzyskał
What can we say about him? Number 8.
tutaj Kacper Duda na wysokości 25 metra.
Defensive midfielder, he's classed as. Personally,
Dla Ruchu Chorzów z rzutu wolnego.
he's over his injury now. And you've heard me probably say this before, but he did that right in front of me against Legnica. When he went down, he
Trzeba się spodziewać
hit the floor, and obviously he had his leg in the air, his ankle,
przez bramkarza Białej
and his other leg was it was shaking. I knew straight away he'd done something serious, and he tried standing up on a broken or fracture to his ankle in some real pain. Then tried walking off, and obviously, like, sit down, you're only going to make it worse. And it was a big miss for Wisła. Shot comes in from that free kick, hits the wall. Who's it? What's happened there? Someone's rolling on the floor. Hit him in the guts. Grudzik there's lifting him up. Who was it? Because the MK don't look too concerned, does he? Hands on hips. Yeah, it'll be all right. I didn't see if it hit, but... Training staff are on. Cutwa. Yeah, it'll be all right. He's a big, strong boy. So, yeah, Carbo Belapart. He's 31 years old. Defensive midfielder, but he sprays that ball around beautifully. And he can put a tackle in. But it was nice for Carbo when he had either a Poltanovic or he had a Igbekim there. You know, what, who was it? Didier Deschamps, when they used to call him the water carrier. You know, Igbekim would do all of the donkey work, the dirty work, as would Poltanovic, and leave the spraying of the ball to Carbo. I've got a feeling this season he's going to have to do more of the water carrying as well. Because we no longer have Poltanovic. We no longer have Igbekim. Or do we? So I saw yesterday rumours that, and I still haven't got the full story, that Igbekim could well be on his way back to Wisla Krakow. So I can't remember which club he was going to, but at first I thought it said he failed the medical. There was some issue. So he'd failed the medical. Then it was he may be on his way back to Wisla Krakow, but because he'd failed his medical, they'd be happy to take him. So I'm not sure what the health issue is, but on a lesser contract. So with the lesser contract, does that mean lesser contract in time, as in it's a 12-month contract, or does it mean a lesser contract as in your wages are not going to be what they were? Or does it mean your wages aren't going to be what they were and we're only going to offer you a 12-month rolling contract? I don't know. But we'll find out. Hopefully we'll find out more maybe after this friendly match today. Maybe there'll be a statement comes out from Wisła. Who knows? But Igbekim could be on his way back. Is that a bad thing? Definitely not. Because we've then got, when you look at the centre of that midfield, we've got Erthala there. We would have Carbo. We would have Igbekim. You've then got Duda, who he can do the dirty work if he needs to, but we want him in a more advanced role, you know, causing chaos just in that gap between the centre-backs and the midfield. Because he pulls defenders off, you know, where they want to be marking Zwolinski, they want to be marking Redado, they want to be looking at what's Duarte doing. As soon as you put Duda in that more advanced role, they're getting drawn out of position because Duda can take the ball with his back to goal. He just offers so much. And he's got a deft touch outside the box as well. He's got a little penchant for when he's just outside the box, being able to get that ball up in the air, landing on Redado's head, landing on Zwolinski's head. He's got that in his locker, being able to chip that ball without having to put too much pace on it, if that makes sense. You know, them little looping chips. We got a couple of goals last season through his passes, and he's also got a goal in him himself. And a big part of Wisła's game, he can also take a corner. Poltanovic took over corner kick duties last season. Mikulek used to take corners, but Duda can take a corner as well. And with his lack of height, he's better off taking a corner than being stood in the middle trying to get his head to it. But the other thing with him is, Wisla do get a lot of corners, because we do try and get down the flanks with Tamas Kiss or Baina Perez. Baina Perez obviously gone on, he's gone to the Ekstraklasa now. So we did get a lot of corners. So it's pretty imperative that we have a decent corner taker. And we've not always been fantastic at taking corners. You know, it takes a few to sort of get the range. And it'll sort of hit the first man at the edge of the 6-yard box, or it'll be a low corner that's just volleyed clear and wasted. And when you've got the likes of Uriga, Biedrzycki, Lysicki, Grudzik, as it'll be now, coming all the way from the back into the penalty area, waiting for a header, and a corner comes in that's daisy cutter and it's easily cleared, it must get frustrating. Obviously, not to mention Ridardo and Zwolinski as well. You know, both good with their head. So we should be dangerous from corners, and we can be, but we just don't get them right often enough with the amount of corners that we generate during a 90-minute game. But yeah, so moving on to Carbo, he's probably got what, two, maybe three. Oh, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. Duda did well there. Ridardo's come deep. Captain for the day. Kaziemka puts a cross into the back post. Lelyvel lays it back to Duarte. Jaroch is up there. Kaziemka, what are you going to do? Get to that byline. Get to the back. Go on, skin him. Skin him. He'd get pulled back there, referee. Penalty. Could have killed him. Could have pulled his arm off. Right, that's half time anyway. Wondering why it's 60 minutes. We had a water break, and I'm not sure how they're whether they're going to do 2 60-minute sessions. So now the second 11 will come on. We shall find out. So, getting stiff in my old age, not in a good way. So that's Mark Carbo Bellapart, number 8. So in that centre midfield, the other defensive midfielder, I should say, is Victor Stazak, 18 years old, number 15 on his shirt. Contract expires in June 30th, 2029. New arrival. Six foot tall. Contracts option for a further year. Defensive midfielder. Is he, 18 years old. I've not seen him play. Is he why Poltanovic has gone? Because they bring in the youth through now in midfield. Why they've got the likes of Carbo, and there's no point in keeping Poltanovic if you're going to have Stazak come in. So it says new arrival, 18 years old. Let's have a look for defensive midfielder. Further information. Victor Stazak is the brother of Jakub Stazak. Still none the wiser. So his transfer history. Got quite a bit of transfer history. saying he's 18-year-old. He would have been with Lech Youth. That would have been Lech Poznan, would it? Then it was 2022, went to KKS Carl under 19s. Joined Kalisz. From Kalisz, he's joined Wisla Krakow on a free. So it's going to be interesting to see what young Victor Staszak can bring to Wisła. Is he going to be, I mean, at 18 years old, is he going to be a regular in the squad? I don't think so, unless he comes in and starts ripping up trees and puts in performances and just sort of, Marius Jopp, you cannot drop me. I am going to be in this team. Maybe. We'll find out. We haven't got that long, that is for sure, to find out. I'm looking forward to seeing him play, that is for sure. So number 15, we'll keep an eye out for him and see what he can offer. Staszak, S-T-A-S-Z-A. Okay. Yeah, number 15. So keep your eye out for him when we do see him. I'm not sure if he's playing today or not. I only saw the original lineup. I've not seen who's in the second 11 they're going to put out. They're all out there warming up. So, yeah, defensive midfield. So in the centre of midfield now, we would be running with Ertehaler. Well, defensive midfielders, the water carriers, as they could be called. I never understand why we have Duda as a defensive midfielder. Not for me. He's more of an attacking midfielder. Carbo, yeah. Staszak, don't know. That's what he's down as, so we'll go with yeah. But Dude is definitely more of an attacking midfielder, I would say. His diminutive stature would also say that he's better further up the field, I would have thought. Centre midfield, we have got Ertehaler. A bit of a misnomer from last season was Olivier Sukinixi, or Sukiniki, as it's spelt in English. Sort of started the season looking like he was a mainstay of the squad, then kind of wilted a little bit, and then became a substitute. And then, you know, if it was a ladder, he started here, and as the season progressed, he kind of was going down, was going down the ladder. Started coming on as a substitute towards the end of the season again, and did all right, but almost looked like he'd lost a little bit of confidence, and a little bit of self-belief had gone from himself. And let's have a look how old he is. Plays with number 19 shirt. He's 22. So he's still a youngster. Attacking midfielder. And one of the main problems, when's his contract? Let's have a look at his contract. So his contract expires June 30th, 2026. So he's got another 12 months on his contract. He's only just turned 22 as well in May. So he's just under 6 foot. He's a slight player. He's not a bruiser, but one of the problems that I had with him last year, he's got an option for another 12 months on his contract as well. One of the issues I had with him last year was he would get into good positions he'd do the hard work, get into a good position. You know, he'd turn the defender, he'd get himself some space. And then the final pass would be what let the move down and what let him down. And, you know, it happens once or twice, and you think, depending on when it was in the game, maybe it's just a little bit of fatigue or what have you. But it started happening more and more. And it made me think that he does the hard work, then he thinks it's done and doesn't concentrate on the final piece of his move. And the final pass is either overhit, underhit, it's a yard to the right, it's a yard to the left, and it's like, it's like a flawed genius. He does the hard bit with ease, and then the simple pass is where it all goes wrong. And it's like, concentrate on the whole passage of play that you're involved with, where you're in control of that ball. And I'm sure if they can drill that into him, which if I can see it, sat at home watching it, I'm sure the coaching staff at Wisla can see it as well. And if they can drum that into him, then he could be a force to be reckoned with. And he's still got youth on his side as well. Like I say, 22, you're still learning the game, aren't you? So, yeah, definitely one for the future. And looking at the squad, you know, it does look like there is a good mixture of youth and experience, which over a long season is ultimately what you need. And Wisla, after the knee-jerk reaction of not qualifying for the Ekstraklasa, you know, with through the playoffs, that knee-jerk reaction of getting rid of Aina Perez. All right, he went on to bigger and better things. You know, he's in the Ekstraklasa this season. But getting rid of the spine of the team, and it's like, what is going on? And the issue with it was, it all came out in the space of like 3 days or something like that. You know, it was just outflow of news from Wisla to say that Igbakim's gone. Then there'd be another thing. Poltanovic is gone. Aina Perez is gone. Alfaro's gone. You know, and it was like, blimey, who's going to be next? But which was a little bit perturbing. But obviously, when you look back in hindsight, you've just got to trust the club. One of my fears with it was that we had financial difficulties, and it was going to be more than just reshaping, remoulding the team. It was going to be, we're just getting rid of everybody, you know, who we can. And we're going to end up playing with the youth team for a season or two, in which case you're at risk of dropping down a further tier. And yeah, all is not rosy at the club. And what caused that in the back of my mind was, like I've said, when we had the winter break and the players weren't getting the wages because we had a £2 million tax bill, a €2 million tax bill that came that the club weren't aware of. And my argument has always been, one, if the owner, I don't want to have a go at the owner. I just don't. I don't think it helps, particularly at this stage. But if you're buying Wisla Krakow, then you've obviously got enough money to do it, or you would hope so. If you do get a €2 million tax bill come from apparently out of the blue, who did due diligence on Wisla before the owner comes in? Where has this tax bill come from that nobody knew about it? Somebody must have done due diligence and said, well, these are all of the liabilities for the club. Yada yada yada. Now can you? With Jack Russell telling the birds off for. I don't think they're fighting. I think they're making whoopee. Yeah, somebody must have known about this bill. But all right, so nobody knew. This bill comes out of nowhere, €2 million. Suddenly, because there's no crowd income because of the off-season, the players are not getting the wages paid. That doesn't tell you that there's a lot of coffers in the bank, does it, at Wisla Krakow? But also, does it tell you that, you know, what amount of income has, or what amount of wealth does the current owner have that you can't put €2 million into the club to pay the debt off and pay the players' wages? You're relying on crowd income from the matches to pay the players' wages and for the running cost of the club. Which, I know that's how it's supposed to work, but let's be honest, it doesn't. If you own a football club, there's not many people make money from owning a football club, I wouldn't have thought. I know they put their money into it because it's a passion and they want to own a football club. But if you bought, let's make it simple. If you bought Wisla Krakow for £10, you know that you're not going to sell them for £15 and you're going to make money. You're going to be pretty much writing off the £10 that you've bought them for, and you're going to be putting more money into it. Obviously, if you're successful, somebody may come in and make you a great offer, and you might come out with £15, £20, you double your money or whatever. But trying to make money from a football club in a business point of view, from a business model, is not. It's not realistic, is it? Unless you're somebody like the Glazers at Manchester United, where they start loaning money to the club and they get the interest and what have you. I don't think that's the case with Wisla Krakow. So yeah, so that's where my angst came, and my hello. Oh, don't be doing that. Yeah, that's where my worries came, that the club was, at worst, they're going to go under. Then you're looking at who's going to buy you out. Then you're looking at points deductions. You're starting off the season with, I don't know, 10 points, 15 points, whatever the sanctions are against you. That's what you're looking for to start the season off. As it happens, it's not been the case. And I think there's another investor coming to the club now, which may also help. Just see what's going on here. Let's see if we can refresh. There we are. Nothing to do with me. It was it was a glitch. It's a glitch at Wisla's end. If you don't know which team Wisla is, if you're just joining us, Wisla are kicking from left to right, playing in white, which is normally their away kit. Normally we're playing all red. But yeah, so that was where my fears came in respect of the summer transfers. So when we're looking at the midfield now, hello, not in control of these pictures, so apologies. Just thank Wisla for no fans allowed in, so they're live streaming it. Thank you very much. Very kind of you, Wisla Krakow. Yeah. We just got to trust in the process. And would I be upset if somebody came in with, it'd be nice if a billionaire came in, wouldn't it? A billionaire came in and money was no object kind of thing. I know you've got you can't just go throwing money around like you used to years ago. Zwolinski wanted a free kick there. I thought he got shoved in the back. Referee disagrees. We'll have a look at who's come on. I want to have a look at... Blimey. That's a nice colour.
Dobrze wygląda. Tutaj Józef kolej też wielki spokój.
Jak Państwo widzicie, Mariusz Kutwa przeszedł
Yeah,
teraz
I want to have a look at number 15, Victor Strazak.
stronę środka obrony, bo musicie Państwo wiedzieć,
Is it Strazak? No, Stazak. There's no R in it, so apologies.
poprawą gry
I cannot see him.
są tego bardzo duże efekty.
Teraz bardzo dobre przejęcie szfocha w środku pola. Miłosz Kozak przy piłce. Też jeszcze chciałbym tutaj nadmienić. Jedna zmiana gdzieś mi uciekła. Opuścił boisko Patryk Letkiewicz, a pojawił się
Joseph Colley's on.
Także jeszcze mamy zmianę w bramce.
So it looks like Grudgic has gone off. I think Cut was still there.
Teraz Szymański znowu przejęcie.
Podobny początek,
Ridardo's still on.
z którym mieliśmy do czynienia w
That looks like Carbo. It is indeed.
pierwszej kwarty, czyli ruch jak gdyby przesiaduje na
Still got
białej gwiazdy.
Duda.
Co prawda groźnych
Who's
sytuacji
that over there?
nie ma i ma
Dobre, prostopadłe podanie, ale Karbo przecina to. To jest już Kuba Krzyżanowski. Tak na uwolnienie hokejowo.
Over the far side.
Brasus Cukiernicki przejmuje tę piłkę. Wybijają w aut. Mecz się naprawdę może tutaj kibicom podobać.
Lelyveld still playing.
Pozycyjnie szuka swoich okazji. W pierwszej tej kwarcie na pewno Ruch miał więcej tych okazji, a Wisła była skuteczniejsza. Teraz popatrzmy, Filip Baniowski próbował się przedrzeć, a Szymański tutaj ma problem z tymi młodymi chłopakami z Wisły, bo czy Kuziemka, czy Baniowski tutaj musi po raz kolejny ratować się faulem.
Filip Baniowski, proszę Państwa, chłopak, który ma
I missed the changes that came on.
z wychowaniem naszej filii
Baniowski's come on,
naszego
by the way.
klubu, czyli Wisły Czarny Dunajec. I on zupełnie przyzwoite liczby
Baniowski, number 56.
z ubiegłego sezonu w
He'll be playing down the right-hand side.
miał 5 asyst.
That'll be in place of Koziemka.
Więc naprawdę bardzo mocno wierzymy, że to będzie dla niego szansa ten zbliżający się sezon, bo prezentuje się naprawdę świetnie. No ze Slowanem ten mecz w jego wykonaniu
There he is.
59 minut.
The man himself, Baniowski.
Naprawdę z bardzo dobrej strony się tam pokazał.
Teraz Karbo szuka Baniowskiego. Baniowski tutaj po skrzydle do Dudy. Zgranie jest blisko tutaj. Proszę uważać na
I think Baniowski's only a youngster as well.
Na wszystkie części ciała Kacpra trzeba uważać zdecydowanie, bo pamiętamy tę
That's a goal kick. Let's have a look how old Baniowski is.
w tamtym roku. To było stłuczenie.
Yeah, 18.
Dość długa była pauza Kacpra. Nie tylko
Contract expires June 2026. Is there an option to...
także bardzo, bardzo ostrożnie.
No, I can't see it.
Chowali niebieski z Kacprem.
So he's been brought up
Patryk Szwedzik przy piłce. I piłka
through the ranks.
i rzut z odrzutu z autu Biała Gwiazda.
Tak, no i znowu troszeczkę podobieństwo.
So main position is a right winger. Can play right back or can play left midfield.
W tym naporze Chorzowian się
Got a baby face. I don't think he shaved yet.
i teraz Wiślacy próbują
But 18-year-old. So seen him play a few times. Pretty neat and tidy, I've got to say.
Wiślacy tutaj raczej bez
But
większych
have a look for...
w tym rozegraniu. Naprawdę imponują te
I want to see Stazak. Is he on?
nawet w tych takich momentach mrożących dla kibiców.
Don't lose it there. Ridardo
Może się to podobać.
dropping deep.
Teraz Oliwier Cukiernicki. Na skrzydło do Baniowskiego troszeczkę za plecy.
So we've seen that Sucky Nicky come on. It's hard to notice him now. Last year he was easy because he had his hair dyed blonde, very much like Grudgic.
Białej Gwiazdy, pamiętacie Państwo, w ubiegłym roku
But I want to see.
pierwsze kilka meczów to wydawało nam się, że
So Baniowski's on the right now in place of Koziemka. Where has Koziemka gone off, or has he gone over to the left-hand side?
no i jakość jego gry będzie naprawdę na wysokim poziomie.
There's Sucky Nicky going over.
Po tej stronie boiska tutaj ciągnięty za koszulkę przez Kubę Krzyżanowskiego Miłosz Kozak, ale już Ruch Chorzów będzie chciał rozegrać oczywiście szybko to. Tak też się dzieje i z powrotem do ataku pozycyjnego szykują się Chorzowianie. Tutaj też
Well, Zach Koziemka's gone over to the left-hand side, it looks like.
zmiana w bramce Ruchu.
Yeah, either way. So, so going through Wisła's midfield.
Kacper
So we've got Duda, Carbo, Strazak, Erthala, Sukinicki,
Teraz szybka weryfikacja.
David Oliaka,
Naszej wiedzy, proszę Państwa. Ale my
Karol Zjedic,
się
Federico Duarte, Thomas Kiss, Straczynski's injured, Bartosz Taller's injured. Right back, right midfield, right wing. What's his injury? Cruciate ligament. Seems to be a lot of cruciate ligament injuries.
będzie wolny, tak, rzut wolny dla Wisły. Faulowany Mark Carbo. Wiślacy od własnego pola karnego będą starali się przedostać pod
Finishing off Koziemka and
dobre zgranie główką teraz.
Baniowski.
No niezła akcja tam lewą stroną boiska, niezakończona jakimś skutecznym podaniem i takim faktycznie już wyjściem na pozycję, gdzie można było oddać strzał, ale nieźle to wyglądało. No teraz trzeba wracać.
No i teraz dobra sytuacja, my zgrani jednak powstrzymamy.
Tackle from Duda there, just getting a foot in.
Wypchnięciem takim i faulujemy zgrani.
Free kick.
Już za koszulkę Kacper Duda bezceremonialnie pociągnięty. No i Józef Kolej wznawia grę. Pamiętamy ten nieszczęśliwy mecz w Wiedniu, gdzie doznał...
It's also difficult sometimes to tell what system Wisła are playing, because at the minute it looks like they've gone with a back three.
Doskonałej przed tą kontuzją i mamy nadzieję,
Kutwa, Colley and Jarroch,
że będzie w zbliżającym się sezonie.
and Lilieveld on that left-hand side has moved forward. Don't lose it, Jarroch. He's done this last season, wins a free kick there. He does that. He does have that in his locker though, to lose the ball in dangerous areas.
No naprawdę na dobrym poziomie już u Bartosza.
Już przy piłce Jakub Krzyżanowski, tutaj trochę taki dribbling wycofany, ale już wszystko uspokojone. Teraz Józef Kolej.
Yeah, definitely. Lilieveld has gone up. He's moved up onto the left wing. We've gone with a back three.
Szymańskiego się wydawało, Filip Baniowski.
Koziemka's over there, but he's moving more forward, a little bit central.
Też z niejakimi problemami ten młody zawodnik naszej drużyny, jeśli idzie o kontuzję, bo tam taki nieszczęsny mecz z Wiślanami.
So we're definitely a fluid squad.
Tam kontuzji doznał Talar, bardzo
Yeah, look at Lilieveld on that left-hand side. He's almost having to watch himself for being offside. So
Filip Baniowski w tym samym meczu doznał kontuzji stawu skokowego
definitely playing with a back three at the moment.
sezonu, ale no jeżeli tak zawodnik po kontuzji wygląda, to naprawdę jesteśmy pełni.
Cutter was over on that left back position.
Już piłka na skrzydło do Baniowskiego. Tutaj znów pociągany za koszulkę cały czas. Szymański już chyba przyzwyczajony do tego, że ten dribbling młodych Wiślaków może sobie z nim nie poradzić, nawet w pojedynku szybkościowym, dlatego lepiej chyba wypchnąć.
Tak prewencyjnie ciągnie za tą koszulkę, tam w pierwszej połowie Kuziemkę, teraz Baniowskiego.
Teraz faul na Łukaszu Zwolińskim, podobnie jak na Bartku Jarochu chwilę wcześniej też nie zamierzał upadać na murawę, po prostu czekał aż sędzia odgwizdże. Kacper Duda spokojnie do tyłu, do Józefa Koleja.
Wraca lato, proszę Państwa. Widzicie Państwo, słoneczko teraz tutaj mocno zaświeciło.
Dobra piłka w pole karne do Bartka Jarocha.
Jarroch is playing nicely forward as well. Lovely chip to the back post.
Oliver Sukiennicki przy tej piłce. Będzie tutaj szukał
So here's Sukiennicki now. Let's see what he does.
fantastycznym dribblingiem.
Does the hard work, gets a nice pass away.
Szukał krótkiej gry i znów
Baniowski, nice turn there. Get to the line, son. There you go. That's what we like to see. The folly of youth, as they call it.
trzecią
It's only folly if it doesn't come off.
Błyskotliwa akcja naszego młodego.
Nice turn there.
Naprawdę jesteśmy pod wrażeniem tych już kilku wcześniejszych jego akcji, ale ta
When you're a defender, one of the things, obviously, you've got to be aware of player skill. But one of the things that terrifies defenders is pace. If you've got somebody attacking you and they've got pace, throw comes in there from Jarrett, edge of the box, shot comes in.
Przebił to tak ekwilibrystycznie Mariusz Kutwa. Dotarła ta piłka pod bitce do Łukasza Zwolińskiego.
Ja tu będę uparcie drążył temat, do kogo trafiła piłka
Do you know, I still think to that game we played in the playoffs against Legnica. Oh, my word.
Zwolińskiego.
The ball was just destined not to go in. Hitting the crossbar, the woodwork numerous times. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. How different it could have been.
Ma bardzo dobrą.
Teraz Karbo agresywnie doskoczył do Mezgraniego. Teraz odbiór Roda z dużą łatwością Karbo. I niestety nie trafił w piłkę.
Ale bardzo walecznie prezentują się obydwie oczywiście drużyny, ale teraz taka ostra walka o piłkę i Rodado i Karbo też tam jeszcze na ziemi próbował ją przekazać partnerowi.
I teraz szansa, dużo przestrzeni teraz przed Maciejem Żurawskim. Prowadzi tutaj piłkę zawodnik z
Pause off on the break here. We've got players back though.
Znalazł Miłosza Kozaka, dośrodkowanie.
That's always a worry.
Bez większych problemów Kamil
That there is a prime example of what we got caught at numerous times last season with teams breaking on us, putting the ball in behind, pulling it back towards the penalty spot,
Żanowski, zobaczmy.
and Wisła not being aware and picking up the players who were coming in late. And Kutwa, he was out injured for a good portion of that season, and that's one of his skills. Knowing where the danger is, knowing which gap he needs to fill. You don't always get that from Biedrzycki or Lysicki.
Nie zdążył ze wślizgiem. I teraz
That'll be a free kick and a card
faul tutaj. Najpierw kartka dla Bartka Jarosza
for Jarrett.
w 5 minucie meczu.
Right, ref, it's only a
Zwiększyło się Szymańskiego.
pre-season friendly.
Jakby to było, gdyby ten sparring był rozgrywany z jakąś mniej zaprzyjaźnioną drużyną, bo
Do you still get the fine if it's a pre-season friendly? I bet you do.
trzeciego roku w Awinionie z Olimpikiem
With our finances, we can't afford to be paying for yellow cards.
boisku. No mówiąc krótko, do delikatnej bójki. Tam Maciek Stolarczyk tam brał w tym udział. Nie, absolutnie tutaj nie chciałbym niczego wywoływać, broń Boże.
There's one thing for sure as well. I'm glad it's not a league match. I would normally have my scarf on now and my Wisła colleague was steaming in. Normally have my scarf on. I couldn't do in this heat.
Sukiennickiego jednak wypchnięty Oliwier
Unlucky there
Interwencja bramkarza.
for Kaziemka.
To była akcja doskonałe, było to dogranie Angela Rodado. Tam do końca wytrzymali Chorzowianie.
Right, Lelyveld, it's a foot race. How's your pace? Good enough. Good enough. Nothing fancy, just put it out if you have to.
Krzyżanowski.
Ah, nice little ball up there to
Szybszych zawodników w pierwszej lidze, a tutaj Kuba bez problemu sobie z nim poradził.
Tak, spokojnie sobie poradził, faktycznie opanował piłkę. I Ślązacy ponownie
Kaziemka.
troszeczkę chaosu się wkradł.
Good effort, but got there in the end.
Pobierają piłkę, teraz Rodado zagra piłkę do Zwolińskiego. Tutaj troszeczkę go wygonił tym podaniem, ale na pewno Łukasz
Zwolinski will keep that in. Needs support in the middle.
Może driblingu 1 na 1 z Komorem. Jest wycofana do Baniowskiego, Baniowski do Dudy.
Plays it back to Baniowski.
I tutaj jeszcze faulował Kacpera. Nic tu nie było.
That's where. Keep hold of another yellow card.
Kartką.
Keep hold of it.
Tutaj do tego.
Obviously, Duda was the man, but you could see you've got the vision of what's coming behind him. He doesn't,
Piłkę do Dudy.
and you still play the pass.
Gdyby zakodowanym miał Kacper to, że trzeba spróbować uderzyć z tej piłki, nie zdążył wyhamować faul.
Who's it I wanted to have a look at? Right, number 80. David Oljaka. 23 years old, attacking midfielder.
Oba zespoły w tym sparingu wyglądają
Contract expires next June.
konkrety w postaci
So he's a returnee. I think he came from... I think he'd been out on loan.
mimo wszystko groźniejszych sytuacji, które Biała Gwiazda stwarza, bo
Who'd he go out on loan to?
miał natomiast klarowniejsze okazje po stronie Białej Gwiazdy jak do tej pory.
Who did he go out on loan to? Come on.
Teraz trochę oddechu. Chcą chłopaki złapać spokojne rozgrywanie piłki tam po lewej stronie.
Znik Pruszkow.
Krzyżanowskim i Kutwą. No i zobaczymy, jak będzie
So we brought him back.
w ataku Kuba Krzyżanowski.
How old is he? 20... 23.
spokojnie Wiślacy wymieniają podania na
So
teraz przyspieszył właśnie Mariusz Kutwa, tego podania tutaj trzeba było Krzyżanowski
he's got, if you look at his transfer history, Cross comes in,
uniesiona chorągiewka
comes to naught. If you look at his transfer history,
Ale kolejna dobra akcja
there's a lot
wygrana przez drużynę Białej
for somebody of his age. A lot of it's added from the under-19s
środku mezgrani już
to 16-17 season.
kogoś na oskrzydleniu oczywiście
He
Szymon
was with Legia 2,
Ceglarza, którego zmienił
then he 2021, then he went to Stal Rzeszów,
teraz te
free transfer.
oglądać między Szybackim a Szwedzikiem
A loan transfer then to
podanie Kozaka w stronę
Radomiak. Then he went from
zostawia się tam
Radomiak back to Stal Rzeszów. That was the end of his loan.
trochę zapasów na
25k involved in that move back.
ale jednak rzut z
Then he went from Stal Rzeszów to Wisla Krakow for 50k.
miał Mariusz Kutwa, co do tej sytuacji, która tam się
Then from Wisla Krakow, loan transfer for 250k to Pruszkow.
okazała się
And then Pruszkow back to Wisla Krakow because that was the end of the loan, and he's back with Wisla now. So I mean,
troszkę bezpańska piłka, ale zgarnie ją Łukasz Zwoliński i też z dużym spokojem
I don't know of him. I don't know him. Why has he been getting loaned out for a season, then sent back, then sold, then loaned, and he doesn't seem to have any continuity. Just gonna move my seat, get comfortable. Doesn't seem to have any continuity in his career so far.
Wydaje się, że piłkę w rękach już ma Miłosz Kozak, także będzie kolejny daleki wrzut z autu. To taki stały fragment jak u nas Bartek Jaroch wrzuca piłkę.
tak? No ja powiem, obserwując tę sytuację i to dość szybkie podniesienie się zawodnika Ruchu z murawy, to moim marzeniem jest, żeby w meczach ligowych było podobnie, żeby zawodnicy po każdym drobnym nawet przewinieniu nie odpoczywali tak długo w parterze. No z tym jest zdecydowanie
That broader in goal, it is.
faktycznie tego przedłużania gry
That's another change from
na szczególnie polskich
half time.
boiskach za dużo, a w szczególności jakoś tak się dziwnie składa
So yeah,
w meczach
is it because of his size? How tall is he?
wybija
You know, they're sort of waiting for him to mature or something like that. No, his size. He's well,
Teraz jak możemy zobaczyć, no
he's 6 foot.
ogromnym, nie mogę wyjść z podziwu wrażeniem jak defensywa Wisły Kraków dzisiaj pracuje. Żadnych zbędnych takich ruchów.
So I don't know what the story is behind
Z dużym spokojem radzą sobie z każdym
David Oljaka,
Teraz mezgrani faulu,
but he doesn't seem to stay anywhere for more than one season.
faulu nie ma.
Current values are around 150k.
Było to doskonale widać, że jednak
So he's attacking midfielder.
Białej Gwiazdy mezgrani.
I was going to say shirt number 80, but you can't tell anything off squad numbers now, can you? Because of the you look at Zwolinski, 99.
Tutaj u jednych jak i u drugich. Raz Szymański.
Maybe he's a Jorge Lorenzo fan. MotoGP used to race 99, didn't he? But yeah, whether we'll see him this season, I don't know. But one player I keep saying it,
Sędzia
I'm looking forward to seeing Victor Stazak.
Wprowadza piłkę tutaj
And I'm also waiting to see, like I said, what's going to happen after this game. Are we going to hear an announcement about James Igbekin coming back to the club? We'll find out. Decent clearance from Colley there. Good positioning. We'll have to find out more today or within the next couple of days, because obviously season's starting next week. The other thing about that is, what pre-season will Igbekin have done? Maybe he's been keeping himself fit, which as a professional he should be doing anyway, but there's a difference between keeping yourself fit and being match fit. So even if he does come back to Wisła, I wouldn't be expecting him to be starting against Stal Mielec. Playing it out from the back again here, Wisła. Vodka and coke time, steady your nerves. Come on, Jaroch, don't be losing it. Use your strength. Oh, God, it's when they do it in the league and it's 0-0 or it's 1-1, you know. They have you a bag of nerves. High, wide and not very handsome shot coming in. So that's our midfield. So let's have a look now at our strike force. Obviously, we all know about Ronaldo. Is he going to stay? Will he stay or should I go? We're going to find out in the next couple of months. Obviously, if he starts the season with Wisła and Wisła are doing well, and then I've got a feeling he will stay. If we start looking like we're a little bit, how would we say? Let's say it's going to be a long season, then he may well jump ship. Don't think he wants to go. I think he loves the club. The club loves him. But we'll see. That's just going to be a running saga until it's resolved either way. Lukasz Wolinski. Let's go through looking at Ronaldo as well with his age. He's in his peak, isn't he? 28. Birthplace Palma, Mallorca. He's in his peak. 1.5 million. 1.5 million. He's valued at. Although, oh, hello. It's a friendly. I missed that then. Anyway, move on. Valued at 1.5 million. I would arguably say he's worth more than that. He's worth more than that to Wisła. But Bidzew Woods, or if you're in England, Bidzew Lodz, as it would be spelt, they put an offer in, I believe, of 1.2 million. 300,000 euros short of what Wisła's valuation was. However, and I also saw a report where it said, because Wisla Krakow will need the money, the 300,000 shortfall between what they were asking and what they were being offered may not be an issue, and they would take the 1.2 million. This is where, good save by the keeper. This is where, that's where, there's a prime example. That's sucky nicky and side foot, get it on target, play it safe. You're better than that. Try and put it in the top corner. Show us what you can do. It's a pre-season friendly. That's not Koziemka on that far side either. It is. It is. Can't tell, but it didn't look like Kaziemka.
Dośrodkowy wywołuje Kacper Duda. Zobaczmy. Ruch w polu karnym. Skoczył znowu Zwoliński.
Chance, oh, Collie, you can tell why you're a defender.
Ale przeniósł tą piłkę
Great defensive clearance.
I wydaje mi się, że najlepsza w tej
What my shirt? I can't get it comfy today. But there's breakfast down my top.
W kolei wiedział, co robi, że się
Mind you, it's Saturday.
Ile tam brakło? 10 centymetrów pewnie i ta piłka idealnie pod poprzeczką by wylądowała. I Chorzowianie z wysokości własnego pola karnego.
Sucky Nicky it is.
Przy tym strzale koleja
He's thrown me because he's not got his blonde hair anymore.
jak Łukasz Zwoliński, także teraz Łukasz będzie miał doskonałą okazję strzał z dystansu.
Have a shot, good save.
Doskonała interwencja. Teraz Kączkowski.
I forgot what I was saying then about the club. Yeah, so we were looking at Redardo's age, 27, 28. Zwolinski, not the case. Zwolinski is 32, fit as a flea, but 32. At some point within the next year or two tops, you're going to start losing your legs a little bit. You never think it'll happen to you. It does. I mean, what, I'm coming up 54. I think I can still play like I used to. You can't. You think you can, but you can't. Right, it's a foot race now. Well done, Jarrett. Hold him up, hold him up, hold him up. Oh, what's happened there? Somebody at this was having a laugh with that. just past the far post, the keeper's left-hand side. Kept us in suspenders then for a second. Yeah, going back to Zwolinski. Maybe he's got a year, 2 years left tops. Contract expires June 30th, 2026. So he's got 12 months on it. So that looks like 90 minutes is up. That's the last of it. Before the next time we're out in anger, it'll be in the Betclic 1. And Marius Jopp, what's his first lineup going to be? We'll find out. But yeah, going back to Zwolinski, his age, it's not going to affect him this season. But for sure, he hasn't got much more than 2 seasons at this level. If we go up into the extra classer, I think he might start getting found out a little bit then. Current value is 200,000. I got a feeling if Redardo stays, I've got a feeling that could be Zwolinski's last season. Whether they'll let him go on a free, I don't think they would renew his contract. Maybe if we don't get promotion, they will do for another year, just to bring through some of the youth, you know, that mixture of experience and youth. But apart from that, long term, what's he going to offer the club? He's kind of at the top of the escalator, isn't he? In terms of career-wise at Wisła. So we'll see what happens there. But for now, certainly glad he stayed. So we have got officially on the books 3 strikers. Obviously, Duarte can move into that role as well, should he need to. He's done it last season, and to good effect. Scored some cracking goals from playing centre-forward. But just 3 strikers on your books. One of them being players are just having a drinks break. I think we're going to play 2 60-minute games. One of them being Ardit Nikaj. So, 23 years old, Nikaj. From Albania. Contract expires 12 months' time, it's a loan that he's come to Wisła. I'm not sure what the option is. Let's see if there's any details there. What's the option to buy him at the end of the loan spell? Contract expires. So he's been let go at 19 on a free transfer. It doesn't say whether there's the option to buy at the end of the loan. Highest market value is 250,000. Current market value is 200,000. So he's quite tall. He's over 6 foot. Not the best stats in the world, but at 23, there's obviously something about him that Wisła have seen and they like. The worry is, let's be honest, it is still a worry, and this worry isn't going to go away unless Wisła get promoted. If we'll just watch this free kick come in. Good free kick, really. Shame nobody got a touch on it if you're a Ruch Chorzow supporter. Yeah, the issue is going to be if Wisła do sell Angel Redado going into that season with Zwolinski, you know what you're gonna get with Zwolinski. What are you gonna get with Ardit Nikaj? We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know what we're gonna get. Could be anything. Could be a world beater. Off looking where he's been playing and he's been allowed to go out on loan. Gut instinct is he's not saying he's a good player, but is he going to be the next, in terms of Wisla Krakow, is he going to be the next Angel Redado? Is he going to be the next Zwolinski? Is he going to surpass what they can offer and what they've produced in the past? We don't know. It's all unknowns, and that's what's concerning. I can see what we've done with our defensive part of the club. You know, we've strengthened the defence. We've ultimately strengthened the midfield, still to be proven whether we've strengthened in the right areas. But certainly in an attacking sense, going into a season that's potentially... All right, we haven't got a European campaign this season, which will, in a way, it won't help financially, but it will help in respect of less opportunity for injury. Think of Collie last season. Didn't really play, did he, till the end of the season. Doing his Achilles. So from that point of view, not having that European football, it's a good thing. Like, not from a financial point of view, but going into what happened there? I'm just trying to see whose number that is on the far side. Is that Baniowski gone onto the left-hand side now? Well, Baniowski's gone on the left-hand side. Can't see the numbers on the back of Wisła's shirts. Yeah, if Redado goes, you're left with Zwolinski and Ardit Nikaj. Hello. hot in it. What have we done with the old Barnet? All right, we're going to say, are you all right? You're looking all hot and flustered. And all right, that'd do it. So yeah, it's hopefully we're going to get in the transfer market, because alternatively, if things stay as they are now and Ronaldo goes, the only option left is to put Federico Duarte up front. And although he can play there, I'm not sure he could play there for a full season. Not convinced about that. So whether there's going to be some more transfers before the transfer window closes. I mean, even if Ronaldo stays, I still think we need another striker, another option. But if Ronaldo goes, we do bring somebody else in. They've not had pre-season with us. They're going to have to settle into. They're going to have to settle into how Wisła play. They're going to have to settle into all things Wisła. Hello. Get that ball in that quadrant. It's a good job there's no VAR. Go, even though you cheated and gained half a yard, it was still a crap corner. I remember matey from the league match. He wears short shorts. Yeah, so it's going to make a couple of changes now, Chorzow. So we've got, if you're wondering why the clock's where it is, I think they're going to play 2 60-minute matches. But yeah, I'm not convinced that we don't need to bring another striker in, because we're definitely light in that department. We're pretty covered now midfield-wise, but we are definitely light up front. Is there anything going around on transfer rumours? Let's have a look. Oh, I've not seen us linked with anybody.
Delikatny bezruch się tutaj wkradł gdzieś w szeregi jednej, jak i drugiej drużyny.
No teraz niedokładne to porównanie Sukienickiego.
If you know anything about who Wisła might have been linked with up front, let us know. Either use the live chat or leave a comment or email catchitlivefirst@gmail.com. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up. The algo at YouTube loves that apparently. And join us here for all things Wisla Krakow. We try and cover every match with live watch along. Blimey, that's more like a rugby tackle. Definite yellow card coming in there. Right, so who's come on the pitch there now is I'm not sure what's going on with these squad numbers. I'm sure I saw number 36 there. Apparently it's not even a squad number at Wisła. So
Szwedzik na skrzydło do Kozaka. Teraz dobra szansa dla Ruchu Chorzów. 1-1 pojedynek z Kubą Krzyżanowskim. Krzyżanowski twardo, ale teraz z numerem 3 do środka.
well, there's Sucky Nicky running around up front.
Maciej Krzempka. Jednak faulował tutaj kawała Miłosza Kozaka i rzut wolny na połowie Białej Gwiazdy.
We've not seen I've not seen Nikaj yet either.
Przyznam szczerze, że ciekaw jestem, jakbyśmy tak średnią wieku drużyny Wisły w tej chwili sobie wyciągnęli gdzieś. Ile by to było lat, bo bardzo młodziutki skład w tej chwili mamy na boisku. Nie wiem, kto tutaj jest najstarszy w tej chwili. Chyba Józef Kolej, rocznik 99.
Wydaje mi się, że Mark Karbo
A Mark
może
Karbo,
być starszy.
przepraszam, tak, Mark Karbo zdecydowanie tak.
Trying to see whose number that is there. 30.
Tam gdzieś stempel jakiś na Marka Karbo, grymas.
Sure, that said 36.
Blokuje już przeciwnika. Jest ustrzelony Karol Dziedzic przez napastnika Ruchu Chorzów. Maciej Żurawski traci piłkę, troszkę teraz chaos się wkradł w grę jednego, jak i drugiego zespołu.
What number's there?
Już próbuje to uspokoić i piłka od brody trafia do Sławomira Chmiela.
Tak, zdecydowanie nie doceniłem doświadczenia Marka Karbo. To już jest zawodnik 31-letni, także troszeczkę
Well, that's thrown me.
wnosi nam
Młodo wygląda.
myśleniu, ale
If you know who that is, number 36, let me know.
mu nie dał kompletnie.
Teraz piłka już u Ardita.
Odziedic, come on.
Ten nowy nabytek Białej Gwiazdy. Próba pierwsza. Teraz
We've got 38.
spokojem niebiescy rozgrywają sobie tą piłkę od tyłu. Bez większej
No,
paniki.
that's not a number.
Teraz długie podanie w stronę Miłosza Kozaka. Zostawia się tutaj.
It's definitely 38, so come on, sort it out, Wisła.
Jedynym na tą chwilę zawodnikiem, który gra tutaj na mecz od deski do deski.
No i trudno się spodziewać, żeby
We'll find out, we'll get there.
piła, bo odnoszę wrażenie, że zostanie kutwa do końca. Chyba że teraz nie. Myślę, że
Keeper's in the corner flag.
Meczowy nas nie kłamie, to jeszcze mamy w zapasie z numerem 39 Igora Wosia, także ta zmiana mogłaby...
jeszcze tylko Igor Woś został nam tutaj, jeśli idzie o skład Białej Gwiazdy w zanadrzu, mówiąc krótko. No i zobaczymy, czy do takiej zmiany dojdzie.
What's the plan, Stan? I've gone getting that, them pallets.
Opuszcza wojsko w 101 minucie, a w jego miejsce pojawił się Igor Woś z numerem 39.
Tak jest.
Yeah.
W jego metryczce jest zapisane,
I
że to jest zawodnik,
don't know if you wanted me for something or not.
który musi grać tego prawego i będzie sobie musiał poradzić na
We'll find out. He's up to something.
środka młody zawodnik Białej Gwiazdy.
No i teraz kiwka ryzykowna bramkarza. Może się zakończyć stratą i dobra okazja.
Cutter was coming off. I didn't see who was coming on then.
Celny piłka przelatuje obok.
Need to sort it out. Sort these numbers out. How are you supposed to see the numbers on the back of them shirts? And when you're looking at a little screen,
Dziedzicowi to uderzenie
there's Sucky Nicky.
bo okazja była naprawdę niezła. No,
Maybe if I update this page as well.
nie trafił w piłkę tak jak powinien.
Sports Direct have got a sale on.
Już od rzutu z autu wznawia Kuba Krzyżanowski tutaj
No, I've lost my page. Let's have a look at Wisła's website. See if they've put any.
z piłką Igora Wosia. I Kamil Broda będzie tutaj szukał dłuższego zagrania już w stronę Kuby Krzyżanowskiego. Kuba fantastyczny wyskok, dobre zgranie do środka pola. Tutaj zmiana strony. Wydaje mi się, że to Kawała chyba.
I thought I saw.
Przepraszam bardzo.
Yeah, Peter Moore joins Wisla Krakow as management advisor and minority shareholder.
Doskonałe zagranie Jakuba.
So we've got some funds coming in.
Miłoszowi Kozakowi udało się ograć Krzyżanowskiego, ale znowu spokojnie, cały blok
I'm waiting for Frankie James letting me buy Wisła.
garnitur z tyłu. Także naprawdę to imponuje.
You're loaded.
Defensywnym, no to faktycznie sporo ich było i wszyscy prezentują się, no żebyśmy ich za bardzo nie przechwalili, powiedzmy, że dobrze.
I used that cup that had coffee in it.
Yeah.
I put lemonade in it.
Sobeczko do numerem 66.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Z rzutu rożnego dla Ruchu.
Do you know what?
A dużą dozą
No, definitely not if it tastes like that. That tastes like, you know, when you get a box of chocolates and you get a coffee cream. But nobody likes the coffee cream though. Horrible. Not anything chocolate.
I like the bounty.
Come on, Wisła, sort it out. So, yeah, we've got a new minority shareholder. I'm just looking for, I thought I also saw that Ardit Nikaj has chosen his shirt number. Where did I see that? Don't know what's going on with this. It's not me. It is Wisła.
Wykazał się Józef Kolej. Zmieni. Zobaczymy, jak z jakością tym razem tej wrzutki będzie.
You've got us up and running again.
Dośrodkowanie już bardzo ostre, trochę przypomina mi dobre kolejne dośrodkowanie, już bardzo ostre, trochę przypomina te dośrodkowania naszego byłego zawodnika już Marko Poletanowicza. Teraz Wisła wychodzi, cała praktycznie.
So we went through the starting 11 that Wisła put out.
Długa piłka, Józef Kolej.
Picture there of
Ale będzie spalony, tak, duchem.
Grudzik advertising today's game.
Z pozycji spalonej.
Another training gallery.
Dokładnie, Kacperdydów, tak jest.
So he's been training. He's been training with the squad, has Nikaj, so he's over. I've not seen if he's chosen his shirt number yet. I thought I did see that the other day.
Przez Miłosza Kozaka, jednak utrzymał się znowu. Ten aspekt fizyczności Wiślaków naprawdę imponuje. Sukiennicki za plecami Mezgrani, ale Mezgrani już
Better.
5. czy 6. faul tego zawodnika.
Get comfy.
Oliwier Sukiennicki umie doskonale faktycznie zastawić się z piłką. No,
Szybkie rozegranie Chmiela do Nikaja. Nikaj niestety traci piłkę na rzecz
11. So apparently, Ardit Nikaj has chosen shirt number. I knew I'd seen it somewhere.
w Anglii, proszę Państwa, to taka, powiedziałbym, historia, która nadawałaby się
Although it's still not showing on.
jakąś książkę co najmniej, a może i na film, ale może o tym za chwilkę.
Teraz piłka na
It's still not showing on the transfermarket.co.uk.
do niego. Znów tutaj próbował przedryblować Kubę Krzyżanowskiego.
Let's see what
Kierunku. Środkowy
Flashscore have got for us.
No i teraz szansa.
Nikaj tutaj, kolejna akcja. Przyglądam się temu zawodnikowi, ale niedokładne zagranie.
Final result only.
Trzecim piłkę Maciej Krzempak przejął, już zagrał.
Lineups.
Miłosza Kozaka. Teraz Szwedzik do Krzempaka. Będzie miał szansę ten młodzieżowiec dośrodkować piłkę w pole karne. Szansa tutaj.
Who's that?
To i faulowany był chyba Nikaj tutaj. Mocno uderzony.
Well, that. So they've got the substitutes down as Baniowski, Broda, Carbo, Schmiel, Colley, Dziedic, Kavala,
Teraz miał
Krzyżanowski, Nikaj, Sukiennicki, and Voss. Who's
Krakowski.
Voss?
No nie złożył się do tego strzału tak jak
I've not even got him down in the squad or on Wisła's books.
że Sukiennickim, otóż on w wieku 12
What's all that about?
godziny do babci, która mieszka w Stoke w Anglii i tam gdzieś z bratem kopali sobie w parku piłkę, a obok nich przechodził człowiek,
Well, Krzyżanowski's not playing because he's injured,
z której wynika,
or was.
agentem West Bromwich Albion. No i
Or is he back?
trening, zostali na 7 lat w Anglii i tam
Is
właśnie
it Krzyżanowski? I thought it had him down as
uczył się piłkarskiego abecadła, był w Stoke, był w Manchester City, był również w Bradford.
being injured.
No i
Injury history not available.
dobre są efekty tego.
News, nothing.
Na przykładzie tego zawodnika króciutko trzyma piłkę, ma dobry strzał z dystansu, także może w przyszłości będzie decydował o grze Białej Gwiazdy.
Teraz zmiana w Ruchu Chorzów. Opuścił boisko Jakub Sobeczko z numerem 30, a w jego miejsce z numerem 5 Mateusz Rosu.
Does look like Krzyżanowski, I've got to say.
Zbrojenia w tej chwili na boisku. Tak,
Widzimy w ostatnie 10 minut tego meczu.
tak. 110.
Even though he's supposed to be out injured.
W tej chwili Krzyżanowski po lewej stronie boiska, wrzut z autu.
It is indeed.
Musi wszyscy troszeczkę odpocząć chyba na boisku, bo ruchu za dużego nie było przy tym wrzucie z autu.
So Lelieveld will have gone off. He started the match at left back.
Jest tutaj taka znów walka parterowa, jednak po raz kolejny na korzyść Wiślaków.
No, wygrze
Oh no, it looks like he's still there. Unless they're going to give
przy piłce tam spod tego zamieszania na środku.
Krzyżanowski his chance at left midfield.
Będzie wprowadzał piłkę. Znów szukają.
It's all gone pear-shaped now.
Tak bardzo podobny schemat jak gra w tej pierwszej kwarcie z Piotrem Ceglarzem. Poszukiwanie co najbardziej.
I'm not sure what system they're playing. I think they're just giving everybody
Panowanie piłki.
a run around now.
Wyszedł z tą piłką poza boisko i
Yeah, that's gone out.
rozpocznie Kamil Broda.
Tak, brakło troszeczkę boiska, ale fajna akcja, dobre przyjęcie. Wydaje się, że gdyby Szwedzik usiłował tę piłkę jednak mimo wszystko gdzieś spróbować wrzucić w pole karne, to by większą korzyść z tego miał chorzowski ruch.
Okay.
Z dużym spokojem.
Tell him not put them pallets against that fence. Take them round to Harry's.
I Nikaj wygrywa ten biegowy pojedynek.
Otherwise, just got to move them twice. Otherwise,
Faulował tutaj Nikaja. Bardzo sprytnie chciał go grać Albańczyk.
Tak, to taki chyba jeden z najbardziej dyskusyjnych transferów Białej Gwiazdy, Ardit Nikaj.
right, clear as day there. Number 38
Należy do tego drużyna Skender
for Wisla Krakow is
w tym sezonie do drugiej ligi albańskiej, ale
nobody.
zobaczymy jak się zaprezentuje.
No shirt number
Na razie
38.
raz dobrze, raz źle. Tak bym ocenił jego grę.
Mowy o rzucie wolnym dla Białej Gwiazdy. I Ruch też spokojnie rozgrywa. Sukienicki tutaj stara się spresować rywala, ale już piłkę ma Mateusz Rosu. Znów Rosu. Teraz będzie szukał dłuższego.
Harbour doesn't look to be moving well in midfield, does he?
Który dzisiaj też bardzo solidny.
I know he's not a sprinter, but if you look at, trying to point at the screen, and
Kamil Broda spokojnie rozgląda się, gdzie tę piłkę
he doesn't seem to be moving comfortably.
Szczególnie ta moja uwaga dotyczy rundy.
Not that he ever does. What's the keeper doing there?
Groźnie to wyglądało.
Pre-season friendly. I know he likes to play in the back four, but blimey.
Jest Miłosz Kozak na skrzydło do Mateusza Rosoła, jednak wyprzedza go Filip Baniowski.
Baniowski faktycznie biega w tę i z powrotem i
What are this?
przejęć piłki to
Lemonade in my coffee cup.
w okolicach środka boiska zanotował.
Z przerzut na drugą stronę do Nikaja.
Not the best.
Nikaj
Hanging actually.
stara się tutaj Mezgrani.
So there's Ardit Nikaj, number 11. There we go. Red boots on. Easy to spot.
Budował swoją szansę. Maciej Żurawski.
Karol Dziedzic w tamtym sezonie no troszeczkę w pierwszej lidze zagrał najwięcej minut w tym przegranym
I
meczu.
wonder if they're going to start him against Stal Mielek next week.
Ławy.
I doubt it, especially if Radado and Zwolinski are fit. But
Teraz Chmiel do Nikaja. Nikaj na prawym skrzydle.
so here he is on the right-hand wing, our new signing. Well, a new loanee. Cross comes in.
Szansa, żeby dostać Wiślaków, jednak
Not quite sure who he was aiming at there. It was one of them. I'll put a cross in, but
wysoko wysunięty Kamil Broda, jednak się nie
not aimed for anyone in particular.
Miłosz Kozak do Patryka Szwedzika. Szwedzik i fantastyczna interwencja.
Joseph Colley couldn't get there. Good save by Broder.
Zawodnikowi Ruchu Chorzów.
Colley's not happy.
Wyszedł idealnie, zastawił mu praktycznie rzecz biorąc całą bramkę. Brawo, brawo dla Kamila.
No i Miłosz Kozak, jak już przyzwyczaił nas w tym meczu do wszystkich stałych fragmentów, daleki wrzut z autu, nikomu nie odda.
Tak, no tutaj co do przygotowania fizycznego tego zawodnika to nie można mieć żadnych zastrzeżeń, bo
The
faktycznie
numbers there on the back of Ruch Chorzow's top.
rzuty rożne.
Easy to see, aren't they? Not so with Wisła. Gold on the white top.
Sytuacja po tym wrzucie z autu, Nikaj teraz przedłuża.
It's alright if you've got a big TV you're watching it on, you can see who's out.
Niestety brakło. No i tutaj niepotrzebne teraz zachowanie Mezgraniego.
Unlucky.
Zagotował się Oliwier.
Unlucky Sucky Nicky.
Sytuacja opanowana tutaj. Panowie sobie słownie tylko szybko wyjaśnili. Całe szczęście.
Tak, wszystko w przyjaznej, fajnej atmosferze, to nie ma sensu tutaj eskalować jakichś negatywnych emocji w tym meczu.
Collie get dragged out of the middle there.
Zostawił piłkę i
Can't see who that is.
już Mezgrani.
Jednak dla Ruchu Chorzów ten rzut z autu.
I can't see who that is there, number 38 either.
Dla Lukicia.
Well, this were according to the,
Ta minuta meczu.
we've not even got a number 38 shirt.
Decydującą fazę, można powiedzieć.
Tak, i to co podkreślaliśmy od początku, oczywiście
So we've got Suki Niki playing centre forward and Ardit's playing arguably on the right wing.
Wisła ten okres przygotowawczy.
Not quite sure what the thinking is behind that when he's going to be our new striker.
Dwa remisy z Termaliką i Puszczą, z Termaliką 2-2, z Puszczą 1-1.
Just got to trust the process. Trust that Marius Jopp and the coaching staff at Wisla know exactly what they're doing. I don't doubt him, by the way. I like Marius Jopp as a coach because he will take that difficult decision. He's not afraid to make changes. He's not afraid to drop people.
Rozegranie krótkie.
But he will also give you a chance as well.
Oni Miłosza Kozaka wychodzą tutaj w górę, gdzieś tam piłka ta spada.
You know, one poor game or one game where you're not maybe at your best doesn't mean that's what we like to see from the new signing. A little bit of aggression. Looks like he's carrying a bit of weight, does Ardit Nikaj. I don't know if that's his normal build or not, but he looks like he's blowing a bit. And he's not been on that long.
Bardzo pozytywna to była akcja obronna w wykonaniu albańskiego napastnika Białej Gwiazdy.
Although it does look like him, but it's a warm day in Poland.
Lato powróciło na całego, słońce dość mocno operuje, ale bardzo przyjemna dzisiaj.
Oh, we're playing it out from the back again.
Świetny
Vodka and tonic time.
dzisiaj o takiej porze rozegrać.
Troszkę przerzucone to zagranie Włosia do Chmiela. I z rzutu z autu zacznie zaraz Klaja, a dokładniej Ruch Chorzów tutaj. Będzie kolejną akcję tutaj
I
konstruował.
wonder if that is Kuba Wisniewski.
Najważniejsze jest tutaj
Because there's no shirt at the side assigned to him yet. And he is a left back or a right back.
w zależności jak oczywiście
But I honestly couldn't tell you.
naprawdę blok defensywny Wisły jest dzisiaj naprawdę w bardzo dobrej dyspozycji. Z kolei Mezgrani tutaj ograł go. Kolej
Oh, the pass was back to Broder then.
Chmiel. Sukiennicki próbował
Would have been much simpler.
Trzymińskiego, ale ten był czujny.
Ale poradzili sobie Wiślacy faktycznie, wyszli spod tego pressingu dość spokojnie, rzut z autu.
Here we go. I can't see the name. I can only see the number. Number 38.
No, kolejny pozytyw powiedziałbym tego dzisiejszego meczu.
Znikaj. Zostawia się. Nadal jest
Go on, Ardit. Use your strength. Nickage. That's what we like to see. Like an old Mark Hughes. Or like a young Mark Hughes. Or Mark Hughes from the older days.
ruchu w środku pola.
You know what I mean.
Widać tutaj
Holding that ball up well.
jak i u drugich brak Mateusza Szwocha w ruchu, brak Kacpra Dudy w Wiśle. Oni zawsze są opcją do podania, zawsze chętni do gry. Teraz próba Karola Dziedzica tutaj zejścia do gry, ale niestety błąd troszeczkę techniczny.
You know, considering we're struggling for cash, I wonder why they didn't open the gates and charge half price. You'd probably got 20,000 in on a Saturday morning.
Bardzo dobra to była gra tego zawodnika w dniu dzisiejszym. Co prawda nie zademonstrował tego, z czego no może nie słynie, ale co jest jego mocną stroną, czyli strzału z dystansu.
Maybe the team from across the road are playing as well and they didn't want any trouble.
Na zagrożenie bramce przeciwnika w tych rozgrywkach, bo tak jak już chyba wspominałem, tego zagrożenia...
If you know who that is, number 38, or Wisła, can you let me know in live chat or in the comments?
Zbyt dobrym uderzeniem zza pola karnego nie dysponują. No co do Jamesa Igbekeme, to nie wiadomo, czy ten sezon 25-26 nie będzie jego kolejnym w barwach Wisły Kraków. Takie pogłoski się wczoraj pojawiły.
Na zakończenie
Quick shout out, you haven't done so already. Please hit that subscribe button. Ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Join me, Jimmy James, for all things Wisla Krakow. and Wigan Warriors and other sports as well.
Będą takie jak tu, to choćby nawet
We're going to try something new tomorrow night. We're going to try a golf stream for the final round over in America. See if there's any joy for that. If you've had a bet
Na pewno optymizmem powiało dzisiaj.
or a parlay, as you would call it, over in Europe, let us know. Let us know what your bet is.
Jakoś sprawdzić.
We can cheer it along.
Gdzieś mieliśmy tutaj odnotowaną
You can get your frustrations off your chest as well in live chat.
jakieś, ja wiem, 40 parę minut temu pewnie.
How's your charge doing? Letting you down, or is he going well?
Spodziewany skutek.
Corner comes in, headed clear easily.
mamy 4592, także bardzo się cieszymy, że Państwo nas słuchają, oglądają i kupują.
14
I think that's pretty much going to be the end of this
naszej transmisji.
Na pewno po meczu, tak jak ja kupuję, będzie dużo tego.
shot. Clear out to Nick Hage. Yes, lovely play.
Kawała teraz tutaj do strzał Karbo, obroni bramkarz Ruchu Chorzów. Jeszcze odbita
Carbo with a snapshot.
za mocno sobie wypuścił tą piłkę.
Szkoda,
Okay.
nie tutaj.
Nie?
Tak.
Już mamy 120 minutę meczu na zegarku. Sędzia będzie zapewne po tym wybiciu kończył ten mecz.
A szkoda, że Karbo nie sprowadził tutaj komentatora na ziemię co do jakości jego
That
strzału.
was Baniowski over on that left-hand side with a loose touch.
Miałem jakieś zastrzeżenia kilka chwil temu.
Just wondering now
do piłki i
what's going to happen in this last week before the season starts.
Tutaj teraz kolej Karbo. Karbo prostopadłe podanie w stronę Kawały. Dobra, ale Lukic na posterunku.
First game up for Wisła, Stal Mielek.
Teraz Szurawski przebija do Mezgraniego. Strata. Baniowski faulował. Ale zakończył strzałem. Filip Baniowski tutaj. Niecelnym,
Tak.
ale jest.
Chyba będzie koniec tego
Stal Mielek, and it's away.
minut na zegarze. Ostatni gwizdek sędziego. Oklaski się jakieś tutaj odezwały. Tak
And
więc
that's the end of it.
obecni na stadionie to im się
A 2-0 victory for
nad nami też jeden
the White Star.
kibiców bije brawo. Drodzy Państwo, bardzo serdecznie Państwu
So that's
dziękuję
it.
za
We've pretty much done everything we can now.
z nami.
The season starts in earnest.
Że nasz
You run what you brung, kind of thing.
odbioru tego, no, nie boję
The
się
pre-season work's been put in. I still want to know what's happening with James Igbekeen, whether he's coming back to the club. We might find something out later on today after this.
2-0.
We might get a press release after this this sparring match.
Żegnamy.
I'm still not sure what's going to come out of that as well. Why his move didn't happen, because apparently he failed the medical. Not sure what would have happened there, but we will find out. Right. On that note, I would just say, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Thank you ever so much for joining me, or if you're watching this video later, don't forget to join the live streams, live chats there, get involved. And we'll see you hopefully maybe tomorrow night. We'll see what happens work-wise, but maybe tomorrow night for a golf stream. And next up, football-wise, it's pretty much going to be Wisła's first game against Stal Mielek on the 20th at 1:30 UK time, that is. Can't wait. It's going to be a tough opening for Wisła. It's not going to be an easy game, is it? But we'll find out what happens there. So join me for that one. I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your weekend. Have a great day.